I know that there are other things on the docket, but now that I've had this conversation, at some point I would like to speak with this lovely lady.
And that point, that time, that moment.
That moment is now?
Is now.
Oh, perfect.
Are you in the same town as me now?
Yes.
Oh,
Do you want to come over for
blessings.
tea?
Yeah, I would love to do
It's
that.
the day
Okay.
to come over and have tea.
Knockety knock. Oh wait, I'm here. We're having tea.
Making
Hi.
noise and
Hello.
having donuts.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
You know, it's
But by the way, your mage support toodles along just off of the side of your vision because she also lives with
Just
her.
yeah.
oh.
Don't mind me.
Hey.
Just be aware.
Okay.
I'm just gonna be in the other room, not listening to what's going on.
Okay. You asked me how I am. I am holding it together splendidly. That's what I would love to be portraying to the outside world. Am I pulling it off?
So far, so good.
Great.
Except for the fact that you told me that that's what you were doing. But,
Yes. Yes.
That's never good.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
My fiance is on the front lines of a war, and we're all about to see all of our menfolk, if they haven't already gone, continue to leave. So, you know, as good as we can be.
Right.
I have a delicate question to ask.
Okay.
Although I may ask it bluntly.
You certainly may.
And only because I'm not good at words. When you read your father's journal, and you learned what you told me, did it mention anything else about other murders?
That's very blunt.
For example,
a serial killer by
a monarch of a place we live in currently. So I'm feeling like
to hear.
I'm gonna take that as a soft yes.
So what she said, what would you like to hear? Very different answers.
I would
Where
like
is
to hear
this
the
coming
truth.
from? What are you getting at? What is the context and the reason for your question?
All of this before you answer me truthfully.
I will tell you the truth, but I want to know what.
I will tell you. Can
Okay.
you just answer me?
What is it you want to know?
Well, I felt my question was pretty straightforward, but I can dance around before you answer if you want.
Did
I
it
shall repeat
mention?
myself.
What was it you asked again? I'm sorry.
Exactly.
She may, in her defense, she may have just started to hear a whooshing sound at a certain point and didn't hear the rest of it.
impending doom.
Yeah, and just didn't hear the rest of your question.
I will backtrack and give context.
Thank you.
I spoke with Alris, as I typically do in the evening. I have spoken with. Should I say I have spoken?
Yes.
I have
I just
spoke
heard I
with my Arlis man. And I have discovered. Okay. Alright. So, I was talking to Arlis, as we usually do in the evenings, and I realized that I wasn't really sure what the whole plan was, and it's a little late to be asking such questions, but he mentioned again, and I did know this, that he is the cousin of the king. But when you put it that way, I'm like, oh, why didn't you talk to the king about the war since you are cousins with him? And he mentioned that their beloved sovereign might be under some pressure from outside forces.
Meaning the Palette Knights control what he does and does not hear.
Correct? Specifically your father.
I told you this.
Yeah, yes. But then also, there's more.
But wait, there's more.
Wait, there's more. Not just what he hears, but also it was hinted at that if he does certain things or doesn't do certain things, they will unalive him. They would unalive him.
Murder.
Stop using internet speak.
I'm sorry! I'm
TikTok.
nervous!
It'll kill him, not in Minecraft.
TikTok does not exist.
I'm
He's dead.
sorry,
But
it
he
is
will
what I
die.
do when I'm nervous.
It's okay. It's okay.
That they will make him go away in a dead way.
Are you asking me to confirm this? Because I'm not really...
No, I'm sorry. This
Okay.
is still background. Okay, let me continue. So this is the information that I have received is that he is under some fatalistic pressure to do or do not certain. He's a puppet on a string, and I don't know who's controlling him.
Forced
But
arrest.
So
Have you been to Tamarin? Like once?
yes. So
Yeah, I know. We went together.
Yes.
It was a rhetorical question.
Wow. That's what you do when you're nervous.
So that being said, I essentially Arlis told me that because I asked him if the king wanted this war or not, and he essentially told me it doesn't really matter what the king wants because it is not truly always his full weight that is deciding what is done. And
I mean, there is also the century, right? An early form of government.
right. And that your father is one of the heavier influencers in his decision-making processes with a threatening flavor to it.
Sure. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. This does not surprise you.
Should it?
No. Should it?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yes?
Maybe the owl was confused.
I don't know. I don't know what surprises you about your father. Did you know that your father turns the king's head certain ways sometimes?
The way politics work.
With threatening, is what I'm saying.
It's called Wag the Dog.
I mean,
Okay. And another thing that was mentioned is that the previous king may or may not have been thrown off a balcony screaming Christianus on his way down.
His name was Julius.
Julius?
what do you... what are you asking?
I'm asking if your father killed the last king.
You shouldn't even know what I told you before.
Okay.
What?
Never stopped.
What does that have to do with this?
That's what I want to know.
What? Well, what?
Like, what makes you think that I would be in a position to confirm or deny or comment on any of what you've said?
Because you confirmed that he was a murderer before. Ergo, I thought maybe you might be able to confirm in the same manner in which you confirmed the other one, this one.
What?
I have regrets.
I don't want to be here.
You don't have to be.
It's my house.
She doesn't have to be.
Get up and run away.
I wish I could mediate.
What do you intend to do with whatever I say?
I mean, the fact that you're not saying no emphatically is really giving me cause to think that might be a yes, but
I would not stand up to the corpse.
Yeah, that's reasonable. But like
are you asking if I'm gonna go turn your father into the constable? The answer is no.
Yes.
What?
That was so casual.
Wait, I'm saying that was a yes to the first question? To the murder question?
Technically, it's for you to decide.
Which is
I want
a
my
flavor
murder
of murder.
31 flavors.
These are my best friends.
These are your closest friends.
How many friends you've ever had?
Yeah, well, to be honest, when I talked to you before about what I read, I did read about that, but I didn't, the other stuff was kind of more loomy.
I mean, sure, yes.
And
So, well,
and
okay.
there were reasons.
What were the reasons?
Please don't be. It's not.
Oh, the reasons for his murder. Oh, I assumed those were not good. I thought reasons for you not telling me. I was like, I don't.
No, the reasons were good.
Which reasons are you talking about? Oh, wait, go back!
You guys need a mediator.
Someone needs to say
Not you.
Just, you know nothing.
I know.
Wait, okay, are you saying his
I'm in the
reasons
house.
for
That's
the
all I'm
murder were
saying.
good, or your reasons for not telling me were good?
Which murder?
I mean...
Which one?
Are you... both?
They're not the same reasons.
In the
They're
softest,
thematically related.
most loving way, I don't need to know the reasons that he killed your mother. Yeah, it's between y'all. You guys.
Y'all.
I would like to know the reasons for his regicide. If you are willing to tell me those reasons.
I am not.
I don't want to. I shouldn't know. You shouldn't. You definitely shouldn't know.
Well, yeah, but the thing with murder is that a lot of times the reasons and the hows and whys are not meant to be known by people.
Yeah.
But when they're brought to light, it's...
They have not been brought to light.
No, but I'm saying it...
I have a
Listen,
lamp
I'm
right
not
here.
calling the constable. I'm saying it's not entirely out of the question that someone might find out one day the truth of what's happened. I want to know...
Christiana shoot JFK?
He was the second shooter.
I want to know because the man that I'm going to marry is directly under his report. And I want to know what manner of man he is reporting to. And also...
I did tell you that it was a bad idea.
Yes. In light of what you also had told me and did not tell me, in addition to that, it doesn't feel like you really told me why. But I'm not blaming you. I'm
To be
just.
fair, I didn't know
Feels
it.
so hard.
It's like, I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying I want to know what manner of man he is under, and I also want to know what influence he's exerting over the king of the realm, because it has a lot to do with how this war is going to play out for all of us.
Julius was not a good man. He was not fit to be king of anything.
Why didn't he go to
He did.
the centurion?
Mm-hmm. He went. And they weren't fit to be the century. My father is guilty of a lot of things. If you want to say he's the puppet master of the shadow government, that's not too far off. And that's not a great thing, but it's kind of how the world works. It shouldn't, but it does. He was... I don't know what I think about all of this yet. I believe my father was trying to do his job and to be good and righteous and what a Pallet Knight should be. And that was doing what the High King told him. And then the High King told him to do awful things. And to enable the High King to do awful things.
He didn't say no.
I don't know what all his choices were. And I can't pretend to approve of his choices.
My intent is not to rake you over the coals for your father's decisions. That's not why I'm here. I'm sorry. It's helpful information to know this. Again, so we know what he's willing to do to get his way. I wonder if you know his real reasons for fighting this war.
My father did.
Who does? No, really, who wants this war to be happening? I only ask because if he is the puppet master of the shadow government, maybe you might know, but...
Sorry. Wish I did.
Okay. Thank you for telling me the truth.
I'm sorry I made you drag it out of me.
It's not a big thing. I wouldn't want to talk about what my dad's done either, to be fair. Is it okay with you if I share what I know with Alris? He promises not to turn him in.
Promises not to what? I'm sorry, Liz.
Turns him in.
Thank you.
I was already my father. And he's already in a position to do him harm. I hesitate to. I don't want him to be pushed over the edge.
How about this? I'll only tell him what you've told me in confidence if it would save his life, if he needs to know.
That's fair.
Or his life or the lives of others.
And who decides what those lives depend on?
What?
Are you the one determining that Arlis can save somebody else's life if he knows this? Is Arlis deciding that? Who gets to decide?
Well, I don't really know all of the situations that.
Exactly.
If Arlis's life depends on it, okay.
But you should do.
So tea. How have you
Tee
been?
hee hee.
Tea.
More sugar.